Just throw in your votes. Of course, all your votes matter, and of course, if you guys are in the app, I believe the esports section does include that as well. Maybe you might just be able to actually get yourself some goodies, and I can't get over how beautiful they just made the Land of Dawn look. Every time we start off our match, we were already looking at, oh, some damage output over the side of Mali. This might just be a first blood going in favor of the side of Aurafire.
Way too quick, way too fast. They weren't expecting him, and now this is super unfortunate. He does respawn straight away, but he will lose that first wave, which is, I mean, Esmeralda can hold it for as long as possible, and it looks like Atlas just reached there in time for the last 2 minions, so he's not going to be super far behind, but again, he is going to be behind, and Aura has already first blood onto, of all people, Vans as well, so great catch there from the side of Aura.
Yeah, and this is definitely going to be them getting a little bit of that sort of hit start, but, you know, it shouldn't be too much of an issue for Mali to bounce back up to the radar. Von Strong just soaking a little damage, but Mali might just get punished for the second time coming. Now, that's definitely going to be a big blow. Well, I'm taking my words all the way back.
Yep, and it looks like they can't really deal with the Valir as of right now. They really are disrespecting Valir's damage as well in the early game, on top of the fact that he has Impure Rage. So every dot, every tick of damage over time, or otherwise known as dot, it just gets more and more effective.
Yeah, and in regards to that, we're looking at 2 straight kills in the hands of Vance. This is going to be very, very crucial. Like, they got to find a way to stop all these sort of small hiccups that they've been committing, and now we're looking at something here being set up by SMG at the top.
Yeah, it's not looking too good because Thamos didn't respond as well. So this is going to be a 4v3 situation that they absolutely cannot win once the Tyrant starts running in front. Bonesy is forced to run away. He already has the ultimate. Vance unable to secure the kill. But now Smooth, who's got the biggest shield in the world, but no damage, can't seem to clean this up. And it's back to just farming here until Aura decides to make a move.
Look at how clean Aura is playing every single time Maldi walks to lane. He even has his flicker up, and he can't even seem to be able to actually pop it. And that's my concern to me. Like, this is the third time coming. It's no longer a mistake. It's a habit that we're talking about. But here comes the catch.
Yep, and this is really, really good chat. Mal just goes down straight away. Molly just unable to make a move, and he's just stepping up too far every single time he thinks he's out of the range of Von Strong. He just gets punished again, and here we go. Aura just rotating towards the bottom side. They're going to go for a full-on dive for Neo. Neo gets clipped to the tower with the Tyrant's Rage. That's going to help secure that kill because Trust is so tanky as they trade aggro from that tower. Beautiful tower dive coming in from Aurafire. They are just stepping their foot on the gas.
Yeah, they're playing a perfect game so far, and we're looking at Zed here, catching over the side of Smooth. Van Strong's going to be joining from the back, so they are on the lookout for this Valir that has been causing them so much issues. They are trying to actually secure the top side turret, and of course, they will still get the first blood tower over to the bottom side. Phoenix tries to actually go for the catch, but they will still finish off with a little bit more gold to spare. But Mali, now he will stay all the way to his back line, already learning his lesson already after being taken out for 4 times in a row. But here comes a little bit of call by the corners of the jungle. Trust is a little bit overextended, but Neo could just hold a little bit longer right there. One more turret bites the dust.
A great play coming in from Team SNG despite them being behind. Oh no, Bonesy, don't lose this 1v1. Looks like he did. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get any healing off from his Feast of Blood because of Boxia's ultimate and just his natural passive. It's just completely negating it, making it tough. So he has to be more aware of that. But yeah, Team SMG, despite being down, they were willing to try and go for a tower pushed up on the top lane. And Aurafire replied with a very, very intelligent move, pushing down into mid lane and cutting off rotational pass for Team SMG.
I feel like right now they're so far behind they cannot even go anywhere near this drag, this sort of turtle that's currently in place. And Van Strong has been on the lookout in case if Atlas is going to be passing by, hey, we're just going to be striking it once again. So yeah, what can they really do from this point? Like, they really need to get Neo as well as Mali. I mean, not Mali. I think he's way too far behind right now. Sonic's probably going to be looking to find a leeway or something to get themselves back on track.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem here, because like now that Molly is a little bit far behind, it's going to be harder for him to look for these harder engage. And now Aurafire has cut the map into two members down on the bottom side to try and stop Aura Trust here, but they can't seem to because of how Uranus works, and the rest of the team is just rotating, looking for any picks whatsoever. Aurafire isn't looking for objectives right now. They're just making sure that they can control the map so that Team SMG is always within their sights and they can't make a play. They're just suffocating them.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we're looking at 7 kills as well as 16K in the span of 5 minutes and a half. Seems like Indonesia wants to break all
good in Aura's position because they are significantly ahead in this game. 7 minutes, 8K gold, like yikes, that is a tough battle.
Yeah, of course, all seems to be pretty much crystal clear now. Of course, sorry if it's any sort of hiccups from the table. But then again, okay, so back to where we started off. Now, 7 minutes and 30 seconds already of the game. Team SMG so far has only managed 1 kill, and now there's going to be a two-way collapse over the mid as well as bottom lane. And they really have to give one up. Phoenix all walking in towards the enemy side as Trust definitely have no trust issues.
And they're already engaging rhythm, already under the crystal itself. This might actually be a pull. They find 2. Phoenix are able to flicker on out of there. Can they pick up 1? Yes. Atlas is going to be the first one to fall, hit the dust. Valir next to be on the chopping block. So now they can actually clear out these waves without getting pushed backwards. They have to clear it as soon as possible here. It's not looking too good. 2 siege turrets as they look to push for the end. And I think Aura honestly should look to finish this off. Roger comes in. That's a huge mistake from Team SMG as the next wave pushes in, and they don't have enough members to defend it. Atlas is back. Bonesy is coming in 4 more seconds. Aura had their opportunity, but it looks like they want to beef up their KDA a little bit more instead of ending this game.
Oh yeah, they definitely want to clean up the entirety of the base.
Oh, look at Trust. He's taunting him. He's like, come get me, come get me. You want this, some of this? You want some of this?
Yeah, no way they can break down Uranus as Phoenix goes in and just takes out all throughout those weeks of preparation. And of course, against Aurafire, it might just be a little bit of that challenge, but nothing is impossible in the land of Dawn as we're heading in towards game number 2, Team SMG versus Aurafire.
Oh, the cinematic view never gets, honestly, this never gets old until the teams are right where they need to be. They have split into a very good lane assignment of 1-3 and 1 from both sides, making sure that they are keeping control for as much as possible. Hopefully, Xborg shouldn't have too much issues with... Oh my goodness, Phoenix is just walking right in. Vaughn is getting quite a bit of damage onto Smooth and pushing him out. He doesn't get that last fireball, luckily. And now the rest of Team SMG, they need to take this wave with the added, with the new patch, adding a bit more XP for that first wave.
Yeah, quick rotations instantly coming from inside of Qualifier.
Ooh, what a
Nobody actually
steal.
smack all this sort of wave. They're already going in for all these buffs already, and here comes invasions.
Why? Sonic is still, Sonic is still alive. That Little Wanderer ain't gonna keep him alive as long as they thought he would, but Bones quickly rotates down to the bottom side. I think he can actually do it. He can actually 2v1 this if he wanted to. He already got max gauge overheat onto both of the, both Von Strong as well, as the Kufra, if I remember correctly. And I think he could have just kept on putting in that true damage, but again, a bit of a mistake coming in from Team SMG. iSonic definitely should have taken the safer path.
Yeah, and also, although there was all this true damage being left available, it's pretty much an outnumbered fight if you really want to commit to it. So we do see some slight goal capacity heading in towards the favor of Aurafire for sure. And I think it's smart enough that Bonesy did not choose to fully commit. Like, not worth burning a flicker for a 50-50, you know, like that buff. Might eventually go towards the favor of Aura with so many of all these members.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. And, nothing much has really happened in this game except for that 1 kill. Nobody's being hyper proactive here. Nobody has made too big of a deal. Trust giving over the crab, the river crab, over to his carry while mid lane rotates down to the bottom side because he almost is getting pressured out of lane. He is at literally just 20% of his HP. Jawhead has punished him as much as he can with the help of Atlas and Claude coming in once in a while. Ooh, Bonesy trying to get on out of there. Already used the flicker, but he's taking a little too much damage. He survives with 1 HP and he makes it on out of there. Whoo, that was close.
Very, very close indeed. And with that, Aura's going to be making pretty much an engagement in towards the mid lane if they could. 4-man up mid side while the Tempest rolls down the bot. So this is going to take quite a while, but they're already going on a chase against Mali. Phoenix scouting out for a little bit of that sort of information. While Carry as well as Valir goes out towards the mid side, but look at Trust though.
Yeah, Trust had to rotate to the side to make sure that Trust doesn't keep cutting the wave. They need to put some kind of pressure on him. If not, Trust is just going to sit there and keep proxying both mid and bottom wave. And that can be very frustrating to deal with after a certain while, because now you don't have a wave to push with, and Aurafire can maintain control over the map.
Now, speaking of map control, we're already seeing Aura here having pretty much lane dominance as well as the river dominance as the match is secure. The very first turtle once again, and now waiting for the buff. Van Strong just flushing out any sort of discrepancies that might just occur.
Yep, and I think at this point in time, Team SMG have to be proactive, right? They can't just keep sitting here letting nothing happen when they have a lot of pick potential with their supports. And so far, they haven't been able to rotate too far. Bonesy's still in a lot of trouble, but he's holding the lane really, really well. He just needs to make sure he doesn't lose his Firaga armor. Ah, boy! But the rest of his team was able to kind of secure the area for him. So now Bonesy has a lot more breathing room, and I think they should actually switch the lanes out so that Bonesy can actually recall. But they don't clear out the second wave. They force him back into the lane, but however, he is not getting dove under tower.
And we can see Team SMG playing a lot more defensive in a really good way. But, you know, if we talk about Firaga armor being not available, it will come up online, maybe 1 second too late, that he has to actually force a little bit of that flicker coming out. Well, it shouldn't be too big of an issue, but over the mid side though, it's going to be a catch coming in from the side of Phoenix. He'll bounce away. Didn't really utilize the Tyrant's Rage because he knows that there's not enough backup to actually secure the kill. So far, there's only 1 kill favoring the side of Aurafire, and you know, the goal is really chaseable for the side of Team SMG if they want to choose to pull the trigger.
Yeah, and so far Aura still maintains control over the game. Team SNG, they're definitely making a lot less mistakes than they did beforehand. They've only given up 1 kill, and that was because of a very, very minor mistake coming in from iSonic. But besides that, they are playing a solid game now. They're making sure that they're defending the dives. Oh, pretty good flick, pretty good ejector coming in from this side. He quickly flickers over, but that's 4 members. A good defense. However, the rest of Team SMG need to make something happen across the map right now and not let Neo's death be in vain.
Well, I'm looking at the other position while that sort of flank was going on the bot side. It seems like they're just somewhere across the map, not really securing all too much to begin with. They could have either pushed the top side, they could have actually go in for a re-engage over the bot, but seems like they're not being proactive enough for now, and hence they have to actually let go. Yet another member for that second kill over towards the side of Aurafire. Now, Turtle being slain as they are chasing all the way in. Trust just melts down Neo like butter as we see Phoenix try to actually secure the kill. He will be able to actually take down that jaw hit while they are opening up a little bit more over in mid side.
Yeah, they're really banking on this hyper carry. Smooth really has to get online as quickly as possible. He is down 2 levels to Vance right now, so it's not looking too good. He just bought his Demon Hunter sword, and that power spike couldn't have come at a better time, but he still needs a lot more before he hits critical mass.
It's going to be taking a while, and this battle being bought there by the side of Vance as we're looking at a little bit of that commotion up to the top side. Here comes Phoenix as well as Vance. They are diving over the side of Neo. Neo has no escape. And once more he will fall. But the rest of the members of Team SMG popping out the Firaga armor with the last sound event. Here comes the re-engagement. And oh my, the Fatal Links, of course, was pretty good. But all these flickers have already been burned from Team SMG.
Yeah, the rest of Aura falls back into their own jungle. They need to pass. They need to pass by mid to kind of clear that wave off. In the next 50 seconds or so, Turtle is going to come back up as well. So maintaining this pressure is going to be good for Aurafire. They don't really have to make a play just yet until Lord starts spawning.
Speaking of Lord, of course, it's still going to be taking some time since it's only 7 minutes of play. And Vance just being extremely destructive. Like, I don't see any of these members challenging him 1v1 and walks out live at this point as we are looking at pretty much a very high DPS. And here comes Phoenix. It tries to dive right in, not really hitting on towards anything at all. Next turtle is going to be coming up online with lower side of the river as we see Aurafire on the raid.
Yeah, that's pretty it's pretty frustrating for Team SMG right now because they can't really walk out of their base. And Aurafire basically have full control over this map. There's nothing that Team SMG can really do. They're 7k behind, 8 minutes into this game. This turtle is completely uncontestable unless SMG find a pick, and I honestly think that they really should. Like, they should get rid of this Uranus, and it shouldn't be an issue with 3, maybe even 4 members, because right now there's nothing else for Team SMG to do on the map.
Yeah, any sort of goal that they can actually get is definitely going to be very, very useful. And they're just letting Trust just walk by. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess they just don't want to waste time on Uranus at all, and they just sold this turtle by itself.
Yeah, and now Aura's in perfect position to really just. They could look to end this game or at least break an inhibitor turn because I don't think Team SMG is in any position. Oh, the initial catch onto the backline there. Isonic's in trouble, but he gets pulled by the Fatal Links into the team. Kufra just could not move. However, Kufra's death was not in vain. Phoenix did not just die for no reason. The rest of Aura was able to break open that inhibitor on the bottom side. That's going to be a continuous pushing lane for the side of Team SMG, and there's nothing they can really do about it. I don't know if Aura wants to sacrifice another member for another inhibitor turret, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Phoenix is coming back up in 4 seconds. They could easily just wait.
Yeah, of course, they will still be able to actually withstand a little bit more of these pressure coming from the top side. And Vance is just waiting at the side. If in the case that they really want to bring very heavy commitment, then eventually they will be able to close it out. 1 more minute to the Lord, something that Aurafire is looking forward to.
Yeah, 9 minutes, 30 seconds into this game. Lord is going to be coming up in about 50 seconds or so. They can wait until 11 minutes to hit Luminous Lord if they wanted to, but considering how much of a lead they have, I don't even think they need Luminous Lord at this point.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely going to be a little bit dicey of a situation for Team SMG. Like, should they even go anywhere close to even contest? But it seems like they finally decided that we want to take down this Uranus. They will get it finally. And with that sort of takedown, we see a team of Shield being brought there by the side of Mali.
Yeah, and they're going to keep controlling this lane for as long as they can here. Aurafire getting their first punish onto Trust was just, again, pushed up really a little too far, and Team SMG finally taking advantage of it. All right, 6 seconds. This is a make it or break it for Team SMG. They have to contest this Lord.
Now, a lot of all these choke points have already been set up from the side of Aurafire. And Team SMG, they're not falling for that trap at all, as they are sending even more members over to the lower side of the map, which I felt they could have actually maybe scout out a hit way earlier on than, you know, committing towards the bottom tower.
I don't really know here because I think they expect, yeah, they're sending all 5 members at this Uranus to hopefully pick him up. So Trust, the more time he buys here, the better it is as the rest of the team. Oh, he's coming. Is Trust going to die before he reaches it? No. He hops over the wall, and now they've got no cooldowns. Cut off from the back line. You can see a full engage from Aura here. They are cutting down that back line. They had no chance whatsoever. They walk into the base. BO3 comes back to life just to die one more time, and the crystal fully exposed. They have an entire wave to work with. Smooth decided to bail out of the fight. He still has a blazing duet. He could look to clear that bottom wave, but I think it's going to be a little too late. He isn't able to recall in time, and there you have it. A victory, a clean 2-0 from Aurafire.
So far, not even a single game being dropped by any Indonesian team, as we're looking at Aurafire. Clean sweeps, Team SMG 2-0.
Woo boy, looks like Aura still maintains that Indonesian standard here. No drop in quality in their teams whatsoever, and so far it's been shown very, very